Hey guys, Captain JJB84 here. Here with my top 20 favorite films of 2011. It's kind of late and people are kind of asleep at my house, so keep it quiet and quick. Number 20 is Super 8. This movie surprised me. I went and watched it again, and these child actors are really good, especially Ella Fanning. She's cute looking. She's good in her role, and everyone's good in this. The alien, though, is a bit of an upset, but what are you gonna do? Number 19, Thor. This is one of the more underrated superhero films. I mean, yeah, it is a little clunky at times, and may not be the best superhero film out there, but what are you gonna do? Kenneth Branagh, I didn't realize he directed this. He's pretty good. But I think it's good nonetheless. And it sets up pretty good for the Avengers. Number 18 is Rio. I wanted to put this a little higher on the list, but I think it's good where it is. I was just impressed by this. Jesse Eisenberg and Anne Hathaway are perfect for the lead voice roles. And I found it funny. I found it, like, the music is great. The songs are great. It's just, it's fun. It's great. And definitely the more underrated animated films this year. Number 17 is The Adventures of Tintin. Wow. I'm a fan of Tintin. I read the comic books. I watched the cartoon from the 90s. That was a good cartoon. And I remember the story, though. It was in the books and the show. But it captures what Tintin is like. And it has the Spielberg humor and charm to it. So, props for that. Number 16, Real Steel. Okay, this movie was awesome. I mean, yeah, I did say in my sort of lost reviews saying what it should have been, but for what it's worth, it's pretty good. I mean, Hugh Jackman does a terrific job. It's just, being Hugh Jackman. I mean, what am I gonna do about that? And the kid, Dakota Goya, he was also in Thor. He played young Thor. It's also good. So that's all I really have to say about this one. Number 15, Limitless. Again, very underrated film of this year. It is good. It's interesting seeing Bradley Cooper doing something apart from The Hangover. But he's good in this role. He's right for the role. Yeah, you could argue saying it's not scientifically accurate or whatever, but hell, it's good enough for what it's worth. Number 14 is Hannah. Saoirse Ronan. She's gonna be a great, beautiful looking actress. I mean, she's probably gonna win Oscars. Maybe not for this film, but in years later. But she's good. And great at this too. I'm curious where she's gonna go to next, and I really want to watch Atonement now since I watched this. Seeing the director's style and music approach. But yeah, it's good nonetheless. Number 13, Winnie the Pooh. Where can I go wrong with this? This is just a classic, like, 2D animated film. Disney said every other year now, because of the success of Princess and the Frog, they're going to do a 2D animated film, which I'm very happy for. And this is it's just in the world of technology now. This is just, it's just so nice to feel this. I mean, kids have it's so nice. It's so short and sweet. I mean, there's nothing to say that's bad about it. It's Winnie the Pooh. What are you gonna do with? And Chris Knight, who writes for the National Post, said this was his third favorite film of the year, and I think there's something we both agree on. Okay, this is number 13. No. Number 12, X-Men First Class. God damn it. A superhero, apart from the Batman series, that's good. Yeah. X-Men 1, good. X-Men 2, great. X-Men 3, X-Men. X-Men Origins, Wolverine. X-Men First Class, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what can you go wrong with this? I mean, James McAvoy or Michael Fassbender, they're great. I mean, Michael Fassbender is probably the most emerging actor of this year. Max, come here. My dog acting up. And Kevin Bacon, goddamn, who knew he could act? He plays a great villain. I mean, he's so like, you can see why he wants to be evil, and he's great at it. And January Jones, who needs. I wish her power was acting. She's not bad, but and yes, every chick takes their clothes off in this movie. Hey. Yeah, every chick takes her clothes off in this movie at least once, but it's good for what it's worth. Number 11 is Kung Fu Panda 2. Goddamn, in the world of animation, in the world of DreamWorks, 2 good DreamWorks films this year. Puss in Boots not gonna be on the list, sorry. But my god, this was incredible, I thought. I mean, Gary Oldman as the villain, where can you go wrong with that? And they made him a great villain. And Gary Oldman said, I put him into the category of Oldman villains. He's good at what he does. And what's not to like about it? I think it's better than the first. Number 10, Contagion. Okay, yeah. My older brother, he actually hates this film, but purely on a subjective basis. I objectively think this is a great film. These characters are great. This story is great. I mean, a virus taking over, essentially spreading anarchy. I mean, what's not to like about that? And Matt Damon, who's incredible in this, I thought. I mean, just as a father who he's lost almost everything. His wife, his son, well, he has his daughter. He wants to protect her, and this is a great film. I mean, Richard Roper, he's got good taste. He said this is like one of the best. He's put this in like top 5, I think. But this is a great film. Lawrence Fishburne's good. Marion Cotillard's good. Kate Winslet, the moment you hear her cough, that sent chills down my spine. I'm like, oh no. And then when she dies, I'm like, oh. She was a good character too. But, yeah, great movie. Number 9, the best animated film of this year, Rango. What is not to like about this movie? It's funny, it's inventive, it's Johnny Depp. This proves that Gore Verbinski can tell a story. He's the one who did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But yeah, this proves that he can tell a story and a good movie. I found this interesting though. Before they did all the animation, what they did, they have all the actors just sort of act out the actions. Just as themselves, no costumes or anything, and they built a little set. So it's not motion capture. Tintin was motion capture, and motion capture done well. But Rango is just the way these characters look. I mean, they took an animal, covered him in shit, then ran over him like once or twice. That's what a character looks like in this movie. And Rango, his name's not even Rango. He's just just got off a cactus bottle. Curious what his name was to begin with, though. But great film. It'll probably win like best animated feature for a lot of things, if not Tintin. Getting some chocolate milk here. Number 8, The Ides of March. Wow, Ryan Gosling, where did you learn to act? My God, everyone's good in this. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Evan Rachel Wood, Ryan Gosling. Hell, even George Clooney for the few minutes he's in this. I mean, what's not to like about it? I mean, Ryan Gosling is securing an Oscar nomination. Hell, he's been in 3 good movies this year. I haven't seen Drive, so that's not going to be on the list. Sorry. But, yeah, it really goes to show the scum that's in American politics. And one of my favorite reviews I've done this year. I like doing that, watching. Number 7, fittingly so, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Yeah, why isn't this going to be on anyone's list? This is great. I mean, the perfect end to an amazing series, one of the best series, probably the best movie series of all time. I mean, sure, not all the Harry Potter movies are perfect, but this just tied it up in a nice little bow. It was that good, I thought. Not much to say. Alan Rickman, he deserves at least a BAFTA nomination. And he deserves an Oscar for this. He's that good, I thought. He really. I watched it again, and I watched this movie 6 times this year. That's how good I thought. It was gonna be number 1, but it wasn't. Sorry, but I got my favorite film number 1 coming up soon. But yeah, it's a great end, and the bits with Alan Rickman. I was crying. It was that beautiful. Okay, number 6, Source Code. What's not to like? This is... I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I think this is better than Inception. There, I said it. I just like this whole premise more than Inception. The problem I have with Inception is that, for one, it's a little too long. For two, the human story gets a little lost for me and just becomes kind of tedious in Inception. But it's not to say Inception's a bad film. I think it's one of the best of last year, and probably one of Christopher Nolan's best. But for this, it's short. It's an hour and a half, but it just sells it so well to me. And Jake Gyllenhaal's perfect, Michelle Monaghan's perfect. Hell, even Russell Peters is perfect. But I think it's a great film, and I like how it doesn't just throw exposition at us. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal is essentially the viewer. We're wondering, what is this? And then it just gets all explained to us. Explained to us perfectly. And the ending, people are mixed about, but I like the ending. It really jerked me a bit, and one of the best. I agree with Richard Roper. Number 5, Beginners. Goddamn Christopher Plummer. You're 82, you're goddamn 82 years old, and you're finally getting another Oscar nomination. Seriously, he only got one, like, his first when he was 80. Jeez, he's an old mofo. But he's terrific in this. Ewan McGregor is also great. I mean, he's not as good as Christopher Plummer, but he's still great. I'm surprised he's not getting any award nominations for this. But it's a good film. The non-linear stories, I'm not really a fan of. I'm just like, come on, just tell it straight. But for this, it works perfectly, because you can really see they're both beginners at romance. Number 4, Hugo. Martin Scorsese's masterpiece on the birth of cinema. What's not to like? Don't really have much to say. It's great. Asa Butterfield's great. Ben Kingsley is amazing. Nothing else. Moneyball, number 3. Yeah, Brad Pitt is terrific. He's probably going to get an Oscar nomination. Most likely he'll win, which is a shame, because I want someone else to win. But it's a great film. On the outside, it's a baseball drama. On the inside, it's a character study of a fallen person. Okay, maybe not that, except I'd have to watch it again. Number 2 is 50-50. This movie, I love Seth Rogen. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the 2 actors I really like. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is terrific here. I hope he wins that Golden Globe. I mean, he's terrific in this. It balances comedy and drama just so well. And it brought tears to my eyes. The one thing I like the father in this. The father of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, he only has like 4 lines in the movie, but there's one bit where, he has Alzheimer's, where Joseph Gordon-Levitt reassures him, where he's about to have the surgery, saying, I know you don't know what's happening, but I love you. That, to me, I was about to cry at that moment. That scene was it was so beautifully done. Anna Kendrick's good, Angelica Houston's good. They're both getting snubbed. They're terrific. Seth Rogen's also getting snubbed. He's also really great. But it's just a great film, and you really get to see just what the hell happens to you if something like this drops on you. But, yeah. And then, my number 1 favorite film, I'll have to wait till part 2.